Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the exhibition and the opportunity to meet people participating during the coffee break. We will now hear statement from partner states supporting the development of civil aviation in the AFI region. Each speaker is kindly requested to limit their speech to 5 minutes. The first statement, representatives from Malaysia.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. His Excellency Dr. Sami Al-Hafni, Minister of Civil Aviation of Egypt, His Excellency Mr. Juan Carlos Salazar, Secretary General of ICAO, His Excellency Mr. Serge de Zota, Presidents of AFCAC, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the governments of Malaysia, it is a great pleasure to join you at the 11th edition of AFIAviation Week 2026. I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to His Excellency Dr. Sami Al-Hafni, Minister of Civil Aviation of the Arab Republic of Egypt, and the governments of Egypt for their warm hospitality and excellent arrangements. I would like also to express my gratitude to the African Civil Aviation Commission, AFCAC, for the kind invitation and the opportunity to participate in the 11th edition of AFIAviation Week. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for Malaysia to be part of this important gathering. Malaysia's participation this week also reflects the close and growing partnership that we value with AFCAC and its member states. The strong support extended by the African nations during the 42nd session of the ICAO Assembly, which resulted in Malaysia's re-election to the ICAO Council, is deeply appreciated. We regard this not only as a vote of confidence in Malaysia, but also as a shared commitment to advancing global aviation through collaboration, mutual respect, and solidarity. As we continue our service on the ICAO Council, Malaysia remains committed to working closely with AFCAC to champion the interests of all ICAO contracting states, strengthen technical cooperation, and create greater opportunities for knowledge sharing and capacity building. Malaysia places great value on its long-standing friendship and partnership with AFCAC. We fully share AFCAC's commitment to developing human capital for the aviation sector. Through the Malaysia Technical Cooperation Programs, MTCP, and the ICAO-accredited Malaysia Aviation Academy, Malaysia has trained more than 400 aviation professionals from the world, including participants from AFCAC member states. These initiatives form part of Malaysia's support for ICAO's No Country Left Behind initiative and reflect our belief that investing in people is essential to building a stronger and more resilient global aviation community. Malaysia has also been making steady contribution to the development of civil aviation in AFCAC member states through voluntary financial support and technical cooperation. In 2024 and 2025, Malaysia contributed to ICAO programs supporting the African region, including aviation safety, security, and technical assistance projects under the ICAO Resource Mobilization Fund, as well as the AFI Plan and AFI Security and Facilitation Plan. These efforts underscore Malaysia's enduring commitments to supporting Africa's aviation priorities and contributing to the sustainable development of the sector. This year, Malaysia will also deploy our aviation experts from the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia to the AFCAC region to deliver training on the implementation of the National Aviation Safety Plan. We hope this initiative will contribute to strengthening the safety oversight capabilities of AFCAC member states and serve as another meaningful avenue for sharing expertise and best practices. We warmly encourage greater participation from AFCAC member states in these programs and look forward to further strengthening technical cooperation for the mutual benefits of our aviation communities. I'm pleased to take this opportunity to reaffirm Malaysia's long-standing commitment to AFCAC and its efforts to advance civil aviation across the African continent. Malaysia intends to make its first ever direct voluntary financial contribution to AFCAC in 2027 and 2028. This milestone reflects Malaysia's growing partnership with the Commission and our confidence in AFCAC's pivotal role in promoting aviation developments across the Africa region. We are confident that these contributions will further strengthen AFCAC's capacity building and technical cooperation initiatives while reinforcing our shared commitments to advancing a safe, secure, sustainable, and inclusive aviation sector. Beyond financial contributions, Malaysia remains committed to supporting AFCAC's capacity building efforts through strategic partnership with our national aviation institutions. CAM and MAG continues to offer a wide range of technical training programs in the areas such as search and rescue, aviation security crisis management, and other specialized aviation disciplines. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, Malaysia firmly believes that our partnership with AFCAC is founded on mutual trust, shared values, and a common vision for the future of international aviation. As we look ahead, Malaysia remains steadfast in its commitments to being a reliable, forward-looking, and constructing partner to AFCAC and its member states. Together, let us continue to strengthen cooperation, foster innovation, invest in our people, and build a safer, more secure, sustainable, and inclusive aviation sector that delivers lasting benefits to our region and the global aviation community. Last but not least, Malaysia stands ready to work alongside with AFCAC in translating our shared aspiration into meaningful action and tangible outcome for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. And now, may we have the representatives of Saudi Arabia.
If you allow me, Your Excellencies, since we are in Egypt, I will be delivering my speech in Arabic. So you might want to wear the headphones, translation headphones. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. معالي وزير الطيران المدني في جمهورية مصر العربية الشقيقة الدكتور سامح الحفني، معالي الأمين العام لمنظمة الطيران المدني الدولي خوان كارلوس، معالي رئيس اللجنة الأفريقية للطيران المدني ستيرج ديزوتا، معالي الأمين العام للجنة الأفريقية للطيران المدني إدفنكي إيدمي، أصحاب المعالي والسعادة ورؤساء الطيران المدني، رؤساء المنظمات الدولية والإقليمية، السيدات والسادة الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسرني في مستهل كلمتي أن أتقدم بخالص الشكر والتقدير إلى حكومة جمهورية مصر العربية الشقيقة على استضافتها الكريمة للنسخة 11 من أسبوع الطيران لإقليم أفريقيا والمحيط الهندي، وعلى ما أحاطت به جميع الحضور المشاركة من كرم الضيافة وحسن التنظيم. كما أتوجه بالشكر الجزيل إلى منظمة الطيران الدولي الآيكايو واللجنة الأفريقية للطيران المدني آفكاك وجميع الشركاء والمنظمين على جهودهم في تنظيم هذه الفعالية التي أصبحت منصة رائدة لتعزيز التعاون وتبادل الخبرات ودفع مسيرة تطوير الطيران المدني في الإقليم. كما يطيب أن أنقل لكم تحيات معالي رئيس الهيئة العامة للطيران المدني في المملكة العربية السعودية وتمنياته لأعمال هذا الأسبوع بالتوفيق والنجاح. أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، تنظر المملكة العربية السعودية إلى دول إقليم أفريقيا والمحيط الهندي بوصفها شريكاً استراتيجياً مهماً في جميع المجالات، وتجمعها بها روابط تاريخية وإنسانية راسخة ومصالح مشتركة تتسع آفاقها عاماً بعد عام. ومن هذا المنطلق تواصل المملكة العربية السعودية شراكتها مع دول الإقليم في مختلف المجالات، وفي مقدمتها قطاع الطيران المدني لما يمثله من ركيزة أساسية للتنمية الاقتصادية وتعزيز التعاون وتحفيز الاستثمار وتقريب الشعوب. ومن هذا المنطلق تجسد الحركة الجوية بين المملكة ودول الإقليم عمق هذه الشراكة، إذ ترتبط المملكة اليوم ب 34 وجهة في دول أفريقيا والمحيط الهندي. وشهد عام 2025 أكثر من 106,000 رحلة جوية نقلت ما يزيد على 18 مليون مسافر بين الجانبين. وتمثل هذه الأرقام مؤشرات تشغيلية وتعكس متانة العلاقات بين المملكة ودول الإقليم، وتؤكد وجود فرص واعدة لتوسيع شبكات الربط الجوي وفتح مسارات جديدة وتعزيز حركة التجارة والسياحة والاستثمار وتحقيق مزيد من التكامل الاقتصادي والتنموي. أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، تؤمن المملكة بأن بناء مستقبل أكثر ازدهاراً للطيران المدني في إقليم أفريقيا والمحيط الهندي يتطلب شراكات فاعلة تقوم على تبادل الخبرات وبناء القدرات وتعزيز الامتثال للمعايير الدولية وتبني الحلول الذكية والمبتكرة التي يمكن من خلالها مساعدة دولنا من مواكبة التحولات المتسارعة في هذا القطاع. لقد كانت المملكة العربية السعودية وما زالت من أكبر الداعمين لمبادرات منظمة الطيران المدني الدولي، وفي مقدمتها مبادرة عدم ترك دولة خلف الركب أو No Country Left Behind، انطلاقاً من قناعة راسخة بأن ازدهار قطاع الطيران المدني العالمي لا يتحقق إلا بازدهار جميع إقاليمه. ومن هذا المنطلق أولت المملكة اهتماماً خاصاً بدعم الدول في الإقليم، سواء من خلال التعاون مع الآيكايو وبرامج بناء القدرات أو عبر الصندوق السعودي للتنمية الذي يواصل الإسهام في تمويل المشروعات التنموية والبنى التحتية في العديد من الدول الإفريقية، تأكيداً لالتزام المملكة ببناء شراكات تنموية مستدامة تعود بالنفع على شعوب القادة ومستقبلهم. ستواصل المملكة دعمها لجهود منظمة الطيران المدني الدولي والإسهام في المبادرات التي تعزز السلامة والأمن والاستدامة وتدعم تنمية القدرات البشرية والمؤسسية، انطلاقاً من إيمانها بأن تطوير الطيران المدني هو مسؤولية جماعية، وأن نجاح أي دولة يمثل إضافة حقيقية للمنظومة الدولية بأكملها. وفي هذا الإطار تؤكد المملكة استعدادها لتعزيز تعاونها مع دول الإقليم واللجنة الأفريقية للطيران المدني ومنظمة الطيران المدني الدولي بما يسهم في بناء شراكات عملية تدعم مستهدفات التنمية المستدامة وتوفر فرصاً أوسع للنمو والازدهار. أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، إن مستقبل الطيران المدني في إقليم أفريقيا والمحيط الهندي يحمل فرصاً واعدة، وتحقيقها يتطلب منا جميعاً العمل بروح الشراكة وتوحيد الجهود وتحويل التطلعات المشتركة إلى مبادرات عملية ونتائج ملموسة تخدم شعوبنا واقتصاداتنا. وستظل المملكة العربية السعودية شريكاً موثوقاً وداعماً لكل الجهود التي تسهم في تطوير قطاع الطيران المدني وتعزيز التعاون الإقليمي الدولي، بما ينسجم مع أهداف منظمة الطيران الدولي المدني، ويحقق مستقبلاً أكثر آمناً وسلامة وكفاءة واستدامة. ويسعدني قبل الختام أن أغتنم هذه المناسبة لأوجه الدعوة إلى جميع الدول الشقيقة في الإقليم والدول المشاركة في هذا الحدث. That's a nice music, by the way. لأوجه الدعوة إلى جميع الدول الشقيقة في الإقليم والدول المشاركة في هذا الحدث للمشاركة في النسخة الرابعة من مؤتمر مستقبل الطيران، الذي تستضيفه مدينة الرياض خلال فترة من 25 إلى 27 أبريل 2027، حيث سيجتمع قادة الحكومات والمنظمات الدولية ورؤساء التنفيذيون وخبراء القطاع لرسم ملامح مستقبل الطيران العالمي. ونحن على ثقة بأن حضوركم سيكون عنصراً رئيسياً في نجاح هذا المؤتمر، انطلاقاً من الدور المتنامي للإقليم وما يمتلكه من فرص وإمكانات كبيرة تسهم في تشكيل مستقبل هذا القطاع الحيوي. وفي الختام أجدد الشكر والتقدير لجمهورية مصر العربية على كرم الضيافة وحسن التنظيم، ولمنظمة الطيران المدني الدولي واللجنة الأفريقية للطيران المدني وجميع الشركاء والمنظمين على جهودهم لتنظيم هذا الحدث. وأتطلع إلى أن تسهم أعمال هذا الأسبوع في إطلاق مبادرات نوعية تعزز التعاون بين دول الإقليم وتدعم مسيرة الطيران المدني في الإقليم بما يحقق مستهدفاتنا ويواكب تطلعاتنا المشتركة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
We would like to drop your attention that there is translators, so for English, channel 1, for French, channel 2, and for Arabic, channel 3. And again, each speaker is kindly requested to limit their speech to maximum to 5 minutes. And now, the representative of Singapore.
A very good morning to everybody and greetings from Singapore. Mr. Minister of Civil Aviation of Egypt, Dr. Sameh El-Hafni. Mr. Secretary General of ICAO, Mr. Juan Carlos Salazar. President of the African Civil Aviation Commission, Mr. Florent Serge de Zota. Chairman of the AFI Plan, Mr. Ben Tuko. Directors General, representatives of states on the ICAO Council, and friends and colleagues. Mahaba, and warm greetings from Singapore. What a privilege it is to be here in Cairo, one of the most historic cities in the world. A heartfelt thank you to the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt for your generous and gracious hosting of us in this beautiful, magnificent Kempinski Palace. It is an honor and a pleasure to join you as we take stock of the region's aviation journey and look ahead with ambition and resolve to collaborate to capture the opportunities for aviation's growth. Africa has indeed made great progress in building more connected and resilient Africa with the implementation of the AFI Safety Plan, the AFI Aviation Security and Facilitation Plan, and Human Resource Development Fund. Africa has achieved significant improvements in its effective implementation scores and established a unified steering committee to streamline implementation support. Singapore believes that capability development is the most enduring investment we can make together. We are honored to be a partner in Africa's civil aviation development. Over the years, the Singapore Aviation Academy has provided training for over 11,000 civil aviation professionals in Africa. And besides courses at the Singapore Aviation Academy, Singapore also provides training in Africa based on training needs identified. I am pleased to report another successful year of training developed in Africa. In March and April this year, we conducted 2 in-region training courses hosted at the ICAO ISAF office in Nairobi and the WACAF office in Dakar. We saw a total of 51 participants from 13 African states participating in the Safety Management System implementation and the Safety Auditor Surveillance and Oversight programs. I am happy to share that Singapore will continue our commitment to the African region with further in-region trainings under the AFI program. The Singapore Aviation Academy has actively refreshed its courses in order to meet new training demands in the region. And we recently developed new courses on continuous safety monitoring for regulators, implementation and best practices, safety auditor, and lead safety officer. These courses, together with SAA's broader training offerings, have been shaped by the feedback and priorities shared by partners such as yourselves. And we continue to welcome dialogue on how we can remain responsive to Africa's evolving aviation needs and how we can contribute meaningfully to the shared goal of no country left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, may this week be one of reflection of the purpose, of the collective ambition, and of the collaboration to build an aviation sector that is safe, secure, and sustainable. And certainly we will be listening very carefully to what we can learn from this and how we can contribute in the years ahead. So thank you very much. I wish you all a fulfilling 11th AFI week. Shukran.
Again, we are just highlighting that each speaker is kindly requested to limit their presentation and speech only to 5 minutes. And now it's time to welcome the representative of the United Arab Emirates.
Your Excellency, Dr. Sameh Al-Hafni, Minister of Aviation of the Arab Republic of Egypt, Your Excellency, the Secretary General, Your Excellency, the President of AFCAC, distinguished Director Generals, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the United Arab Emirates, I would like to thank the government of Arab Republic of Egypt for the kind invitation to participate in this meeting and for the warm hospitality and excellent arrangement here in Cairo, a city that has long welcomed travelers and still does so better than most. I would also like to thank IKEO for convening this 11th AFI Aviation Week. Allow me to recognize my colleagues on the council who serve on AFI Plan Steering Committee. Much of what we will present this week was presented in rooms with far fewer people. The UAE greatly values the partnership with the AFI region. We share single goal: to ensure that international civil aviation remain safe, secure, sustainable, and prepared for the future. We believe the best way to achieve this is to work together, learn from one another, and build lasting partnership. I would also like to thank the African state that took part in the TIPCAL, the International Program for Civil Aviation Leaders, hosted by the United Arab Emirates. Your participation made our discussions richer and more valuable, and brought us closer to each other. And let me be clear, the TIPCAL is not one-time event, it is continuous, and the invitation to the states of the region stands. The future of African aviation will be built by African institutions and by African professionals. Our aim is simple: to help build capacity that stays in your states, in your authorities, and in your training centers. For this reason, I encourage you to take full advantage of the in-gap training package, which we launched in partnership with IKEO at the GISS 2026 in Marrakesh, here in this continent. The package includes specialized courses designed to help states attract new talent, develop their workforce, and prepare the next generation of aviation professionals. We encourage your administrations to nominate participants. We also hear your concern on environmental measures. Africa should not be asked to limit its growth before it has had it. Obligations must come with capacity and with finance, and they must reflect the different starting points of our states. As we move toward the 7th Air Transport Conference, I should warn you, Montreal in this season is cold. I can only promise the discussion will be warmer. The UAE support a strong, coordinated African voice. We support liberalization and, above all, the single Africa air transport market, Africa's own answer, launched by African Union in 2018. The UAE built its own sector on open skies. We know what they can do. Africa connecting Africa first, and then the world. The future of aviation depends not only on new technologies, but on people who lead, manage, and innovate. On that note, we hope to welcome your experts to the ICAO's AI in Aviation event, hopefully in United Arab Emirates, the first quarter of 2027. The United Arab Emirates look forward to continue this partnership with ICAO, with AFCAC, and with all states of the AFI region. Thank you.
And now let's welcome our last representative from Indonesia.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning, Your Excellency, Minister of Civil Aviation, the Arab Republic of Egypt, Dr. Sameh El-Hafni, Excellency President and Secretary General of AFCA, Secretary General of IQ, distinguished African states, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to meet with you today, and I would like to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt, and particularly to the Minister of Civil Aviation for the warm welcome and generous hospitality extended to our delegation here in beautiful historical city of Cairo. Indonesia strongly support the principle that international civil aviation can advance sustainably only when states have the institutional, technical, and human capacity to implement our shared global standards. This principle is relevant to the objective of AFI plan, including the fundamental commitment that no country is left behind. Since 2015, Indonesia has demonstrated its commitment to support the aviation community. From 2015 until 2017, with financial contribution totaling almost $400,000. This commitment has been further strengthened through in-kind contribution under the IQ Developing Countries Training Program from 22 to 26. We firmly believe that our is a partnership of mutual learning and shared prosperity. Indonesia remains steadfast in its commitment to deepening this effort. We believe that our contribution could mean nothing, but we do our best effort to increase the number of previous contributions. Indonesia stands ready to contribute. Indonesia stands ready to cooperate. Indonesia stands ready to act. Thank you very much.
So, thank you all for your remarks and the country's continued partnership with the AFI region. And now we will proceed with the signing agreement. And to guide us through this segment, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Mickey El-Helou, ICA Resource Mobilization Officer. So the floor is yours now.
Thank you very much, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. We now come to a particularly significant moment in today's program, the signing and handover ceremony. The agreements and projects milestones that are being formalized today represent much more than commitments on paper. They mark concrete steps towards strengthening aviation capacity, building resilient institutions, and advancing the safe and sustainable development of civil aviation across Africa. So it is now our pleasure to introduce the first agreement of today's ceremony. We will begin with Burkina Faso's Agence Nationale de l'Aviation Civile to formalize two important agreements. The first is a management service agreement, while the second is a project document for the delivery of specialized training packages related to civil aviation master plans and the management of compliance with ICAO standards and recommended practices. I'd like to call on the stage Mr. Juan Carlos Salazar, Secretary General of ICAO, Mr. Fabio Rabbani, Director of the ICAO Capacity Development and Implementation Bureau, as well as Mr. Romain Ekoto, Regional Director of the Western and Central Africa Regional Offices. And to sign the agreements on behalf of Burkina Faso, I would like to call the Director General of Civil Aviation, Mr. Daouda Abdulaziz Amoussa, and his accompanying delegation to sign the agreements. Thank you very much. We'll invite you for a group photo. Thank you. Thank you very much, Director Daouda Abdulaziz Amoussa. Thank you very much. Secretariat members, please. Oh, another picture. Let's go for it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Director General, and I will invite the ICAO Secretariat colleagues to stay on the stage, please. We will now move to the Republic of Chad with the Autorité de l'Aviation Civile du Chad for a project document for the delivery of specialized training packages related to managing compliance with ICAO standards and recommended practices. Through this initiative, ICAO will support the development of the technical expertise and institutional capacity required to strengthen regulatory compliance and promote safe and efficient aircraft operations. May we kindly invite the following representatives from Chad, the Director General, Mr. Adam Mamadou Djiber, and his accompanying delegation to join us for the signing of this milestone. Thank you. Thank you, and we'll have a group photo right here on the side, please. Thank you very much, colleagues from Chad. Thank you. Romain, thank you very much, Monsieur Ekoto. Thank you for your presence. I would like now to call on the stage Ms. Michelle Merkel, Director of the Air Navigation Bureau, as well as Ms. Lucy Bugwa, Regional Director for the Eastern and Southern African region. Ladies and gentlemen, back at AFI Week 2025, a project document with Uganda was signed to provide support in the development of a new air navigation plan. Today's ceremony marks the successful completion and formal handover of this important project deliverable. Developed with ICAO's support and in close cooperation with the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, the National Air Navigation Plan provides a strategic framework to guide the modernization and development of Uganda's air navigation system. May I kindly invite on the stage the representative of Uganda on the ICAO Council, Mr. Kabs Tuijuki, to officially obtain the newly developed National Air Navigation Plan. Thank you. Okay, and of course we'd like to call Mr. Rehes to join us on the stage. If he's with us, we'd be very pleased. Thank you. Congratulations to all the participants, and thank you very much for your attention during this signing and handover ceremony. Thank you.
And now, may I ask for official group photo? Our Minister, Dr. Sameh Al-Hifni, may I join us on the stage, please? AJ ICAO Council Representatives, ICAO Representatives, ICAO Directors. Join us on a group photo, please.